Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, I'm a little upset because I already tried to upload this and didn't work out. So I'm going to keep it quick. I'm going to keep this one quick. Listen, Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion, former heavyweight champion, WBC style, has spoken, right? And like clockwork, after he said what he had to say, we know here we have a problem with the gloves in the Tyson Fury fight and fights 1 and 2, right? Deontay Wilder come and address that, says the gloves seem suspect, and probably his water could have possibly been spiked and things like that. So the boxing world does what it's going to do. In the world of BTBG, what is the boxing world going to do? You have everybody coming out and they're slamming Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn slams Deontay Wilder. Move him to the side. Let the real guys fight with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Tony Bellew, of course, falls in the fight. He's been trying to diss Deontay Wilder forever. But the bottom line is he don't want to fight him. There's only 2 heavyweights that he didn't want to fight, and that was Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Everyone else, including Tyson Fury, Tony Bellew, thinks he can get with them, right? But for some reason, not Deontay Wilder. And that reason is because he's awesome. That's the reason. And Tony Bellew comes in and says what he says. The Wilder's crazy, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bob Arum comes out and says Deontay Wilder is heinous for saying something like that, which means wicked, guys. So make sure that's clear. He's evil for saying what could possibly have happened to him. He is evil. Now, I've seen a lot of people going on Deontay Wilder if he's going to fight anymore, if he's going to retire, because saying something like that is incredible. Not one article yet has said, how are you doing, Deontay Wilder? Or what if this was these things could be true? What if only 10% of these things could be true? That would be heinous. No one even thinks about the possible. They don't entertain the thought of Tyson Fury that this could possibly be true. Now, bottom line is that's why it's BTBG. We hate Deontay Wilder because how the hell are we going to act like Tyson Fury this has never happened when you have his sparring partner saying he's done it in sparring? So that means they're crazy too, right? He's done it in sparring with 8 weights and with taking out the padding. So what happens? For those people that are coming out saying, hey, like Tony Bellew, there's nothing you can do in boxing when you come into the, to the stadium or the auditorium or wherever you're boxing at, right? And, somebody is following you constantly they follow you. They're watching you do it with your gloves, right? That's almost impossible to do. Similar to what Bob Arum was saying. Problem I have with that is, if that's the case, then what happened when Tyson Fury was fighting Christian Hammer? He made it past all of that because the referee in the ring caught him with those gloves. And that referee was disgusted when he found out, when he saw it with the gloves. Like, man, y'all fix these damn gloves. What are you doing out here with these gloves like this? Y'all don't remember that. So he got past all that. He was in the auditorium. He went past everybody, coming to his dressing room and all of that stuff. Yeah, he made it to the ring. So how did that happen? That means it can't happen. It's happened in the past. I forget the guy, the most famous one who's got a life ban for doing his gloves. They made it to the ring, right? And here's another thing. I'm not sure if it's Richard Steele or another famous referee, right? You guys Google it yourself. Referee says Tyson Fury is the dirtiest fighter that he has ever reffed in his life. Okay? That was about 3 or 4 years ago. That was before Glovegate. That was probably even before the Christian Hammer fight, which would lead you to believe that there's things that he's done before then, which you know of anyway, because you know he was caught doping on nandrolone. You know he was caught doping on coke. You know that someone said that he didn't get wild boar from him because they said the wild boar was the reason he's got nandrolone was in the system. And they said that this farmer gave it to him, and the farmer is famous now, or infamous, is Martin Carefoot. Martin Carefoot said no. They were supposed to pay me 25,000 pounds, and they didn't, so I'm telling you the truth now. And then they sent some people to his house, and now he's quiet. Right? 70 years old, guys. So all of that, and that's not even everything, but that's all of that. And this guy, so we got Deontay Wilder, and we got Tyson Fury. And whose character are we going to question first? I mean, if you got those 2 guys, and they're both transparent, you don't know how they look. They're just transparent. 2 names. Whose character are you going to look at? The guy that comes out of college, does he get the job, or the guy that comes out of jail? Which one gets the damn job? Right? So that's what's going on. So it's ridiculous. And these people that are complaining, all of them have something. Bob Arum, guy, we just found out he has NBFs on his board, in his place, in his office. NBFs, no black fighters, which means we're avoiding them. We see him doing it, but this is documented now. Cameron, whatever his name, Duncan or whatever, came out and said that. He has NBFs. It's respectful, you know, because he's saying brothers can just fight. Shit, wherever you go to, then they can fight. So we avoiding them if we can. And yeah, we can. So if you heard that, that should have been front page news. That should have been on every damn station. Whoa, we got a big promoter, one of the biggest promoters ever, the legendary promoter, and Bob Arum has NBFs on his board. We ignored that. Hey, speaking of big promoters and big entities, Golden Boy Promotion and Ring Magazine, supposed to be the boxing Bible, they're calling Al Heyman the N-word and the Black Hitler and all of those things swept under the rug. Did not have to answer to that. And we're going to call this guy heinous. Heinous. However you want to call it. He's the one. Right? This is this world. That's why I'm a human racist. Right? This species that we supposedly be. I'm hoping I ain't something different DNA. Ridiculous that the people, these people can get away with all of this stuff and we won't even look into it. We're going to blackball the guy, the brother who's talking about this, the heavyweight champion who's never been dope before, knocking out guys way heavier than him. We're going to blackball him, right? You know, really, I'm going to keep this PG-13. Get the hell out of my face with all of that. That's why I'm not a good YouTuber at all. I know that from the beginning because I know me, because I boycott more fights than I watch. Okay? And there's a lot of other stuff. People write in. One guy wrote in a long time. Bitcoin, my man, I'll answer you real quick. Here's the deal. Anybody coming in here talking about, hey, well, Deontay Wilder said that he would get more money. He would get more money for AJ than he would for Fury, right? So that means he must have ducked for Anthony Joshua. That means he must have ducked Anthony Joshua. See, even Eddie Hearn wrote that, hoping that he's talking to casual fans. And those people that are on these videos doing that, then you're being an imbecile, or you don't know as much as you do, and you shouldn't be doing videos, because then you know what time it is. I don't even answer to people. I know some people that come in here and write, and I know you know the deal, but you hoping that casuals read that. That's why I don't never write back. I ain't got time, because I know exactly. It's just ridiculous. You know damn well that what he's talking about, the Tyson Fury fight, and he fought Tyson Fury instead of Anthony Joshua, was way after the initial negotiations, way after the 12.5 million Wilder was supposed to take, the 15 million he was supposed to take. Anthony Joshua doing an interview saying, man, forget all that. If somebody gave me 50 million, I'll take it right away. And then you get it, and then you didn't want to take it. That's way after all of that. That's the same way as somebody's coming and saying the same thing. Well, Wilder, Anthony Joshua offered Lewis the real King Kong Ortiz 7 million. He didn't take it. Yeah, that sounds cool when you leave it like that, now doesn't it? But if you tell him, wait a minute now, Luis Ortiz, before when Joshua needed an opponent, he offered his service for way less money than Dillian White, who didn't like what he was getting, and your boy here, Andy Ruiz Jr., and somebody else they were trying to fight. When all of that fell through, then they went to Ortiz, and Ortiz was like, I ain't taking 7 no more because you can't get them boys for 7. Jarrell Miller was dope. Dillian White didn't want none. Y'all went around me, so now give me 10. And he should have said that at that point, right? But everybody in here understands that and knows that. That's why it's like, no, you ain't getting my attention with that, because I know you're being, you know, not really forthcoming with the truth. So I ignore stuff like that. But anyway, bottom line is, these people here, Bob Arum has done a Lindsey Graham on everybody, just changes opinion like day and night. Calling Al Heyman all these names, and then all of a sudden now you want to give free boxing, like you was saying Al Heyman was the cancer to boxing. So bottom line is, these people here, if I was Deontay Wilder, bottom line, like I've been saying before, he should not talk at all, right? Either not talk at all or file charges. Sue these people or don't talk at all, because no one's going to admit anything. And the bottom line is, everybody is involved. Everyone's involved. There's a lot of people involved in this, right? Not just a few, right? There's not just a few people that were involved in the Ukraine scandal. There were a lot of enablers. And here's the same thing. It's not a couple of people. Tyson Fury has done enough things in his past that we should at least look into it. And people that don't want to look into it have other kind of a problem. And it's not a small one. And that's why I'm a human racist, right? This species